Good afternoon, classmates. This afternoon, I'm going to share my 3 professional goals and how I have tied those to TEKS and how I plan to carry out those goals throughout the school year. So my first goal comes from Standard 1 of the TEKS evaluation system, which is professional knowledge. And what I want to strive for through professional knowledge is using my knowledge of content to help my students be more critical thinkers and to give them more real life application of how they will use the information that they are learning at school. My second standard is that I'm using is Standard 5, which is assessment strategies. And through that, I'm wanting to use a different or a wider variety of assessment options. I feel like I get really stuck into paper, pencil, quote unquote, old fashioned testing. And I want to give my students some opportunities to show what they know in a way that's more engaging to them. And my third goal comes from Standard 10, which is communication. And I'm wanting to do more goal setting individually with my students and also helping them track those individual goals. As many of you have read in some of my posts, my school will be implementing the Leader in Me initiative this year, and all of these things will fall under that initiative and how we are planning to incorporate that into our just our everyday teaching and our everyday lives at school. These will be year-long goals for me. I do teach EIP reading, so my students are lower, so some of these goals will need to be at maybe a lower grade level. The critical thinking questions, I do plan to use DOK levels with those, but they will come from passages that are maybe not grade level passages because most of my students, all of my students, do not read at their current grade level. And the way I'm planning to track that is just explaining to my students that we want to be able to think beyond the text. We want to be able to think deeper about what might happen in the text. And if they can answer those questions, I plan on setting up some kind of chart that they can track or color in a bar graph within their student data binders. Student data binders are coming probably second quarter for us, so that will be something that I'm looking forward to implementing even with my EIP students as they are all reaching and striving for different goals and learning different skills or boosting different skills. So my main way of tracking these goals for myself and my students will be my student data binders, and just setting up those personal goals with them and explaining to them why it's important to have those goals and reach for those goals. That's it for today. Thanks for listening.